What you're seeing is a beautiful Hensley Homes original tiny house. This house combines simple living, master craftsmanship, unique designs, luxury, all into one beautiful little tiny house. If you're dreaming of this, stick around. Hensley Homes is going to help you figure out how to have your dreams. I'll bet you're ready to start this process after watching that video, so let's go. 3 more tips this week that we're going to go over so that you can start to have your own ideas about what you want in your tiny house. Today, who lives with you? How do we allocate space for the rooms? And the third one, what do you like about those rooms that you have just picked out? That's the 3 for today. But before we do that, let's review kind of last week, because it's kind of important that we did last week before we get to do this week. So the 3 things last week were sticky notes on the door jambs. I hope you did that, because that's going to really play into what we do today. The second thing was watch the videos. I know. What do you like? What do you not like? But that'll tell you what you are going to want in your own home. The third thing is, why are you doing it? What is your reasoning behind wanting to go tiny? And hopefully you have all 3 of those figured out, done, and we're ready to move on. So let's go. Who's going to live in this tiny house with you? For us, it was simple. It's just the 2 of us and Patches. Everybody else is already out of the house. Yours might be a partner. Yours might be a sister. Yours might be you and your kids. Everybody's is different. I want you to make sure that you know who you're going to have living in this house with you, because that changes how we design this house. It makes you also have to allocate space different, and that is something that we're going to work really hard to figure out so that it's done appropriately, so when you go to live in it, it feels really, really good. Make sure you know who are you planning to live in this tiny house with. That's the first one. The second one, how do we figure out how much space to give each room? The sticky notes? Here we go. I ask you to put them on the door jambs. There was a method to my madness. I also ask you to count them, and I'm sure somebody rolled their eyes at me and was like, Christy. The reason I asked that was because we're trying to figure out not only what rooms you're going in, but we're trying to figure out what rooms you're in all the time. Then it's easier to figure out how much space in your tiny house should you be putting towards that particular room. For us, the room that had the most sticky notes was the kitchen. And our kitchen actually doubles as 2 rooms. It's the office and it's the kitchen. So we knew that we were going to be in this space a lot, so we're glad we did it. The second room on our list, actually the living room. So we knew that we were in the living room pretty much in the evenings, some weekends, but we were in there several times a day. The third room on our list was the bathroom. The fourth one was the bedroom, and the 5th one on our list was the closet. So we knew all about which rooms we needed. So this is what I'm going to have you do, is to take the rooms that you're in now, figure out how much you're in them. That is going to allow us to rank the rooms according to how you use them. And that's also how we're going to allot the space when we decide what size of tiny house you're going to use. For us, we knew that this kitchen definitely was a bigger part, and it's actually the biggest room in the house. The third thing on the list, you got to figure out, what is it about those rooms that you like? Everybody's is different, and that's good. For us, the process was actually fairly simple. So I'm going to kind of walk you through this so that you guys can have some ideas about how we did it. For us, the big room was the kitchen. And one of the things that we knew we wanted in our kitchen was the island. And I wanted an island that was going to double as my office. I also wanted it to be on wheels so that it could be moved. When the big doors are open, we like to slide it around. I also get a little stir crazy sometimes. I want to do a little bit of redesign. So I just move the island around. That's my fix. The other thing that we wanted in here was a dishwasher. I know, tiny house with a dishwasher. We designed this house to have its own little dishwasher. We knew we wanted it, so we just put it in the design. The third thing that we knew we wanted in this kitchen was light. And tonight I'm actually doing this in the dark. But most of the other times when I'm recording, I'm in the daylight. And we have 2 great big windows at the top over here. You can see the 2, well, maybe not, 2 windows at the back. They're up top as well. And then you have the one that you can see. So there's 5 windows in this kitchen. And then over here, we have this big, beautiful set of panoramic doors that's 8 foot by 8 foot. And that particular wall is almost all glass. So there's a lot of light in this kitchen. It just makes it feel very big. And when it's snowing outside and you're this close to the snow, it's like you could just touch it. It's really cool. The next room was the living room. And in that room, we had 3 things again. We wanted a lot of light. We wanted to make sure that we could see out. We're in Colorado, so we have great views. And so that was one thing we wanted to make sure we took advantage of. The second thing was a fireplace. We have forever loved our fireplaces. So we wanted to make sure we had a fireplace. And the third thing was our beautiful Indian statue that some of you have referenced in the corner. He's been around about 25 years now. It's such a beautiful piece of art. As we started to design this, we wanted to make sure he had his own special place as we went along this journey, and he came with us. The third room was the bathroom. Very zen feeling. We knew that we wanted a tub. Actually, Christy wanted the tub. And the other thing about the bathroom that we knew we needed was a vanity. We needed a vanity that could house all of the stuff. So there wasn't anything on top of the vanity. Somebody in my house doesn't like clutter on things, especially in the bathroom. So that meant that he had to come up with some fancy ways to house Christy's curling irons and blow dryers. And some of you have seen that video as well. He is masterful at being able to find those little spots to make things very functional. And the third thing in there was windows. There's actually 4 windows in that small view in there, and you can actually get ready in that bathroom without any lights on. The 4th room in this house that we used was the bedroom. And like I said in a video before, some people are queen, some people are king size bed people. When we went to design ours, we had the bed that he had already handcrafted for us. So we knew the size. Our design was fairly simple. We knew that it was in between a queen and a king size bed. And we also knew that we needed 2 nightstands. So we literally took all 3 of those measurements, added them up. That's the inside depth of the bedroom. It fits that tight and it works really well. The third thing in that bedroom that we wanted was light. At the end of the bed, we put those big, beautiful French doors that open out. It's so beautiful in the mornings. The outside comes right in. The 5th room in our design was actually a walk-in closet. In that walk-in closet, I knew that I wanted a washer and dryer. Some people want a single unit. I just wanted the washer and the dryer separate units, and it's stackable. We put that in the corner. The next thing that I knew I wanted was hang-up area. I'm a hang-up person, so we have a lot of space to hang things. And the third thing in that closet was shoes. So there's actually a false floor underneath the hang-up, and it drops to the bottom level of the trailer. And my shoes all fit in that nice little trough right there. So you hardly ever see my shoes unless I forget to kick them off and stick them down in the hole. 3 things. Who's going to live with you? What is the ranking of your rooms? And what is the 3 significant things in each one of those rooms that you want to make sure that we include in your design? So that's it for this week. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to get into some nitty-gritties. Until then, let's go tiny.